Free Island, New York. How are you, everybody? Morning coffee with Cliff, live from the island. Good to be going live with you, everybody. I have two channels going. So I have one channel on self-improvement, personal growth, those kinds of things. And but I wanted to come over and go live on the Island Life channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Listen, it's all things Island Life. And for the summer and for the past 56 years, I've been coming to this island. And for the past 13 years, I've been coming here on my family's island for 4 to 5 months during the summer months. It is not livable in the wintertime, everybody. How you doing, everybody? I'm in the Thousand Islands region of upstate New York. I like going live in the vertical mode because I know it shows up in the shorts feed, and I get to connect with people from all over the world who aren't already subscribers. And trying to build this Island Life channel up. It's really focused on the island life, really boating, fishing, being on, in, or around the water. If that resonates with you, you're in the right place. And hey, morning coffee with Cliff. It is still morning here in upstate New York. Good cup of coffee starts the day. Especially, I get to start my day from this island, and I get to overlook Singer Castle over my shoulder. That is Singer Castle, and if you haven't heard of it and you want to check it out, you can go online and just search Singer Castle. The castle, you know what? I'll talk about that in a minute in more detail. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel. It's the Island Life channel, everybody. Life in, on, or around the water. And hey, I'm live streaming this morning. That's right. There's no BS. This is not a green screen. I'm actually here on my own private island. And I've been connecting with people all over the world, and it's still a small channel, so I can still respond to all comments. You could almost say it's a tiny channel. What are we at? We're less than 300 subscribers here, everybody, and I want you to be the next one. So hit the button. Join this community of island life, and that's what it's all about. I'm going to be taking you on some great adventures this summer. I'm creating a series called Elm Tree Island. That's the name of my island here, and this island has been handed down from my grandmother. She bought this island in the 1940s. And let's keep the bumblebees out of the cottage. My grandmother bought this in the 1940s. She handed it down to my mom, who has handed it down. Hey, good morning. I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Island Life channel. I'm right here in the Thousand Island region of New York State. There's actually 1,864 islands. Let me know in the chat if you know where the Thousand Islands, New York is, and I will recognize you in the comments. I definitely will. I will reply to you after I'm done. Hey, thanks for checking in. Welcome to the Island Life. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, this channel is a channel that I've dedicated just to what it's like to live on a private island, island life, living. If being on, in, or around the water resonates with you, come on, subscribe to the channel. We're going to build this baby up this summer. I'm going to be filming some areas of this Thousand Island region this summer in a series called Elm Tree Island. That's the name of my private island. It's just me. It's just my cottage here. No one else lives on this island. So I got to come by boat, got to leave by boat, got to get groceries by boat, got to go to any kind of connection with other people by boat, or they come over here. It's quite a community here in Chippewa Bay, New York. Probably in this little area, which kind of looks like a lake. It's probably the widest area of the St. Lawrence River. It's probably 5 miles across from the New York border to the Canadian border. Yeah, there's two sides. There's a Canadian side and a New York side. I'm on the New York side of the US of A. And not too far across this stretch, you'd be in Canadian waters, probably 500-600 yards. And however, that castle behind me in the background, Singer Castle, that is in New York waters still, American waters. Frederick Bourne built that castle in 1905, and at the time, he was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine, and so it became known as Singer Castle. It's owned by a corporation, and they give tours there all day, every day, starting just before Memorial Day and all the way into October. So small-time cruise ships stop in there, tour boats, and you can go there with your own private boat if you want. And I've been through that castle probably 50 or 60 times. When new visitors come to visit me, we always go over to the castle for the day. Well, you can get through the castle in about 2 hours. It's a great tour. So we're building the channel up. I'll tell you, hey, everybody, it's been frigid to me. I left Florida May 8th, and it was 85 degrees. And now here, today it was 54 when I woke up, a balmy 54. Supposedly it's going to be 68 today, I hope. But it's been a frigid May. There's been a couple mornings I woke up in the 30s here at the island, and that is damn cold. And it's especially, I'm out in the middle of the river, and this wind chill is real. And so, hey, I'm here for the summer, and it's not summer yet. I went to dinner last night, of course, by boat, you know, Friday fish fry, and I left, and it was very choppy. I got some good video on it, although the video doesn't do it justice how actually rough it was. People said, hey, I would advise you not to leave the island. It's a little too rough in your small 18-footer. But you know what? Nothing stops me. No fear. I made it to the restaurant, and then on the way back, a windstorm came up. These chairs are so heavy, and the wind blew these chairs into the dirt. The water rose about 1.5 feet. My lower dock went underwater. You know, I had to rearrange the boats a little bit. Oh, and it was crazy blowing. It was nuts. It actually blew all night long, and it's blowing out of the north as it is right now. And when it blows out of the north, we get those damn Canadian cold winds, which I don't like. So I'm glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's all about the island life, raw and real. That's right, no green screen, no AI-generated bullshit. I'm raw, I'm real. Take it as you leave it. This is not what you would call a faceless channel. I will always turn the damn camera on, and I will be on here, regardless of whether I'm looking my best. How you doing, everybody? Hey, I'm in the state of New York, everybody. Glad you're here. Ah, yeah, it's a beautiful island. Glad you're here. Let me know where you are in the world. This is the Thousand Island region. It's fresh water. And it flows. It actually flows this way. But you can see the waves are blowing the water that way today. It's coming out of the north. But this water actually runs to the north, past Montreal into the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, there's a Canadian side and a New York side. Everybody, I'm in the Thousand Islands, New York. That's where the name of the dressing came from. Thousand Island dressing came from this area. About 12 miles downriver, there's another castle called Boldt Castle. If you haven't heard of it, look it out. And that was owned by George Boldt. And in 1905, same year that Frederick Bourne built Singer Castle behind me, he was on his yacht, and his captain made up the ingredients that became known as Thousand Island dressing. He made it in this area, and he took that recipe to the Waldorf Astoria, where George Boldt was one of the owners of the original Waldorf Astoria, and he served it in the restaurant on the salads. And it became so popular, and of course, now Thousand Islands dressing is worldwide, although a lot of people don't know the history, but now you do. A little morsel of history right here from Cliff Yates on my private island, Elm Tree Island, everybody. And I will be filming an amazing series this summer. I already have one episode. It's all about this area, about my private island, but we're going to be traveling around to some sites up here that they're just going to be stunning. The views are going to be stunning. A little bit of history of some of the castles and big cottages around here, and some of the small ones. Maybe me visiting my friends on other islands. You know, when I'm island hopping, they invite me over for dinner or cocktails or both, and they come over to my island. And so I'm going to be filming in and around my island all summer long. And listen, you won't be disappointed. Please subscribe to the channel. It's still a tiny channel, my Island Life channel. I think we're still at less than 300 subscribers. So help me build the channel up. Subscribe. Hit the damn button. Join a community of island living. Come along with me, everybody. Join the club. I want you to be a part of it. I'll take you along on some great adventures this summer. Let me know where you are in the chat. Just type in Where are you in the world? I'm going to reply to you. It's a great way to start your day when you come out here in the morning. A lot of times it's warm, not now, and I get to overlook Singer Castle behind me. Kind of an inspiration to see what Frederick Bourne built over there. It's hard to see the castle from this view, from my phone camera. But if you go online, check out Singer Castle. You'll see all sorts of pictures. And now you know that's Singer Castle that I'm overlooking. And check it out. It's quite amazing what he built there. Frederick Bourne, at the time he built that in 1905, he was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine, which is why it became known as Singer Castle. At what time it was owned by a reverend. He created a church. And so when it was a church, they didn't pay any taxes, right? It was a non-profit organization. It was a church organization. I know the township did not like it. They weren't receiving the proper amount of taxes that they would from a normal owner. But it was kind of neat going over to the castle for church services in the 80s. And that's when my soon-to-be ex-wife, we met with the pastor over there, and he ended up marrying us in 2002. But the pastor ended up selling the island, and it sold for around $1 million. I think at one time it was only 800,000 or 900,000, and now the township's getting their proper amount of taxes from Singer Castle. Quite a big property, but it's still on the American side of the St. Lawrence River. But just beyond the castle, about 100 yards, is the Canadian waters. So this area of the St. Lawrence River, there's a New York side and there is a Canadian side. And it's all fresh water, flows out of Lake Ontario, the Great Lakes. Now, if you've heard of Niagara Falls, the same water that flows over the falls goes through the St. Lawrence, goes out through Lake Ontario, and it goes right past me right here. So this water right here at one time went over Niagara Falls. I forgot about that. It's kind of a neat thing to think about, right? This is actually the same water that flowed over Niagara Falls back up a few hundred miles. So it's going to be a pretty good day today, but it's been very cold this May. I had to have a fire up here for about 10 days because I woke up and we had a few mornings that were 39 degrees and a few other mornings that were definitely low 40s. And coming from Florida, my last day in Florida at the beginning of May was 85 degrees. And I was thinking, it's starting to get a little hot and humid here. Time to head on up to the island. And wow, as opposed to last year when I first came here, May 15th, it was an 80 degree day. But then it quickly went down into the 40s. And so May is kind of iffy on the weather. A lot of bugs in May. We have these little mayflies or midges, they call them, and they're here for about 2 weeks. And it looks like they're almost all gone right now. But it's been hell with those bugs. They're harmless, they don't bite, but they're so thick in the afternoon, at night, as it gets to be dusk. I mean, you could choke on them. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here on my channel, the Island Life channel. Morning coffee with Cliff this morning. This is my own private island. It was handed down from my grandmother, 1940s, to my mom and now to me. And now you're here on the Island Life channel. Subscribe, like, share it with somebody who might want to watch this content. I'll tell you right, I have quite a few videos already about the island if you check it out. We filmed a horror movie on this island, believe it or not, 2021. It's called Devil's Island 2021. I get no credit or residuals from it, but you can look it up. It's on YouTube, Devil's Island 2021. But it was quite well done. A friend of mine, a producer from Los Angeles, flew out here and he cast the characters in the movie. It's not the best storyline. He was kind of limited because of the restriction of COVID at the time. It was 2021 when we filmed it right here on the island. So we had to fly in actors, pretty much mostly one at a time. at any one time. We never had more than 3 actors here on set, as they say in the business. But it really does highlight the area. It was filmed beautifully. Aesthetically, the film is top notch. Storyline, it's all right. It's a short film. Check it out, Devil's Island 2021. But the first thing you want to do, subscribe to this channel. I'm building this up, everybody. Right now we are less than 300 subscribers. Let's get this thing at 3 million. Can we do it? I think big. How do you think? I don't think small. In my other channel, I talk about how we have to be careful in sharing our big ambitions, our big goals with small-minded people, because they don't know what's on our heart. They don't know what we think about and what we desire to achieve. And sometimes out of the goodness of their hearts, they can kind of poo-poo our inner drives and what we want to accomplish, for protection of us. Hey, be careful. A lot of people fail at that. Hey, you and I don't give a shit. We're going to move forward with our great ambitions, our great ideals, and our great goals. If that resonates with you, you're in the right place right here on the Island Life channel. But also, I have another channel I'm going to link with this one. Subscribe to both. It's all great content, but this channel here is going to be specifically all about the Thousand Islands region of New York and all about the island life. In the wintertime, I actually live on a barrier island in Florida, so that's still an island. Although it's, 40 to 50 miles long and a couple miles wide, the Space Coast of Florida. It's not like where I am now. There's over 1,864 islands in this area. When I say this area, I mean in this 25 mile stretch of the St. Lawrence River in the state of New York, everybody. Morning coffee. Are you having coffee this morning? Let me know where you are at. I will answer you. As soon as I get a bug out of my coffee, I will take another drink of coffee. That's why the bugs are a pain in the ass up here. They swim in your coffee, and if you don't watch it, you'll be drinking your bugs. On my other channel, I wanted to give you a look. Can you hear that? It's the sound of nature, because you can't even hear a car up here on the island. Your senses are overrun with sensory input of nature, not of outside world noises. So it's a little bit of different sensory perception that you get here on the islands. And I want to share that with you on my channel. And so I'm going live this morning. And I had a little bit of constructive criticism from my other channel. You talk a lot, and I mean a lot. And I do have to get more comfortable in my speaking career with pauses. Being comfortable with pausing, not having to fill every minute with speaking. And if I do that, you get to hear the sounds of nature here on the island. And that's one of God's gift to us. And I'm glad you're here experiencing it with me. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, everybody. This is Elm Tree Island in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. And I'm glad you're here, everybody. I wasn't going to exercise or work out today because it's so damn cold this morning, but it's supposed to get to 68, which would be perfect. And I'm thinking it might just make it. Started out at 54 degrees this morning or thereabouts, and it was damn chilly. And it's blowing out of the north, which is kind of unusual. The weather here generally blows wind-wise from the southwest. Right now we're getting it out of the northeast, which is why it's frigid air from Canada. Screw you, Canada, and your cold air. Keep it. I don't want it. All right, everybody. If you can connect with the island life vibe and lifestyle, a little bit of humor thrown in by yours truly, Cliff Yates. I'm glad you're here, everybody. I spent 35 years as a cop, 30 years as a stand-up comedian, actor, producer, and podcaster for sure right now, full time. And definitely I guess, a content creator. Specifically, you're on the Island Life channel, everybody. Welcome, join this community because we love life in, on, or around the water. I know that's you. Subscribe, comment, leave a like. Don't be bashful. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, share with other people. The Island Life, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. So glad to be coming with you. Yeah, I was a cop for 35 years, but I'm retired from being a cop, not from life. I know when I look in the mirror, I see how obvious it is. I am definitely 68 years old, years wise. But if I don't look in the mirror, energy, vibrant, enthusiastic wise, I'm 29, everybody, and I'll bring that energy to you every day in every way, better than I was yesterday, going forward always with great energy as long as I'm alive, and I will share that with you. That's my promise to you on the Island Life channel. If that resonates with you, give me a like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I will definitely answer you. Hey, my channel is tiny enough that I certainly have the time and the wherewithal to reply to all comments, and I do. So leave me a positive comment. If it's a negative, hateful, snide comment, I might leave it up, but I'm going to move along and go right past it because I got no time for that. You know, all the high achievers, they get a lot of hate. They get a lot of slime comments thrown at them. You know what? They don't deal with it. They just move along. They get out of competitor mode and they get into creation mode. And so they don't have time. They realize money can be made or lost over and over again, but time is finite. We have a limited amount of time. We don't even know how much time we have. If I die tomorrow, well, I know people are probably going to look back at this video and maybe I can give them a smile. But I don't know that, and I don't need to know that. I know one thing. I'm here now, and I'm live streaming to you. That's right. There's no green screen, no AI-generated BS. This is raw, real. I don't like faceless channels. Sometimes they provide some quality. They have some value, but most of the time they're AI-generated BS, trying to make a buck off of you and me by not being real. And that's why today, at least right now, specifically on YouTube values people that put their face on the channel. They're not a faceless creator. They got the balls to step forward, turn the camera on, and connect with people one-on-one. And you know what? I want to encourage you. Start positively impacting others if you haven't already. I do that all the time, every day, every way that I can. I'm trying to do it better than I did yesterday, always trying to grow. But having a positive impact on other people, there is no greater joy. And I have come to learn that over the past 30 plus years, and it continues to this day. Having a positive impact on somebody else is a great joy. It really is, no BS, better than $1 million. Now, $1 million is great because it allows us to do things and to really expand our area of influence. But as far as the joy, the spice of life, it doesn't push the needle that much. To a certain extent, money will, but after a certain amount, the studies show that it doesn't move the needle as much as having quality relationships, which is why I'm here to connect with you in a real way, live streaming around the world. I'm in the state of New York, Thousand Island region, and I repeat that because I know people are jumping in and out of the shorts feed. This is not a political channel. Specifically, this is the Island Life channel. I, along with a lot of people, love life in, on, or around the water. And that's what this channel is about. This is actually my own private island. And sharing it with people in person when they're here is a great joy. But you know what? Sharing it with people on my Island Life channel is also a great joy. And that's why I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place, everybody. If you love life in, on, or around the water, you are in the right place. And it's good to connect with you in a real, raw way. That's why I like going live. The mistakes stay in. I don't edit it out. It saves me a lot of time editing, right? and I'm comfortable just turning on the camera. I really don't care. Sometimes I don't look the best. My hair is not combed and brushed. I'll just throw on a cap. I don't look that great in a cap, but it's not about how I look anymore. I'm more concerned with a positive message, bringing value to the marketplace, connecting with people in a real raw way. And it's not about over editing, making things perfect. I did an episode on my other channel the other day about, hey, start from where you're at. Start. What are you waiting for? All of us, me included, so many times we have waited. It's not quite right yet. It's not quite perfect. I don't have enough information. I had those thoughts today before I went live on my Island Life channel. Wait, what am I going to talk about? I'm not ready. Turn the damn camera on and go. I got to follow my own advice that I get from other people. I follow all the people in that, I guess, that arena of self-improvement, personal growth. And I'll share it with you on this channel as well as my other channel. But I follow all the Robbinses, right? Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, Les Robbins. And, you know, they all have, to me, great content. And I know because I've taken things I've learned from them, I've put it into practice, and I know the results that I got, and it got me excited about, hey, how can I do better every day in every way than I did yesterday? What else can I do and create? Hey, one thing I can do is create a specific Island Life channel. That's where you are right now. And I can share my experiences here on the island. Because I know some people are interested. Hey, how do you get water? What do you do with garbage? You know, do you have a septic system? What about toilets? What about electricity? How do you get your electric on the island? Do you have Wi-Fi? Do you have TV sets? You know, what do you do? How do you live? What's your daily routine? That's what the island's all about, everybody. And that's why I'm sharing it with you today, right now, live streaming. And it's been a pleasure connecting with you this morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff. Glad you're here. If you haven't already, leave a comment, like, please subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to be creating a couple videos today right here from the island. And I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy making it. I'm going to enjoy creating it. Sometimes it's not about making money or the response you're going to get. Sometimes the joy is in the doing. If you can monetize the joyful things you're doing, that's even better. Because then it's going to expand your reach. You can put money back into your endeavors. Maybe you're a photographer. You love taking pictures. Well, why not monetize your photography? Create a channel about your photography. Sell your photographs. For money. Of course you enjoy doing it. You would do it for nothing. And you do. But why not monetize it? It has value. You've spent money learning how to be a photographer. You have talents that can't be replaced. And you share that with other people. Why not monetize it? Because then you can even create more things. You can get better lenses. You can put it back into your photography business. It's all about, in all walks and avenues of life, it's all about expanding and expressing. We want to always be expanding and expressing more. Even the people who have created great wealth, Andrew Carnegie back in the late 1900s, right? He made so many, he said he spent half his life making millions, and he spent the second half of his life giving it away. The Carnegie Hall, there's Carnegie museums and schools named after Andrew Carnegie. You know what? We have the same thought power that he had. We can put our thoughts into action and reap the benefits. And those riches and benefits might not always be monetary. They might be in just life satisfaction. It might just be in connecting with other people on a real raw way like I am doing with you. And so I'm glad you're here on the Island Life channel. If you haven't already, leave me a nice comment, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be getting I think it's going to calm down enough today. I can get the drone out and take some nice drone shots of the island. Elm Tree Island, Hammond, New York, everybody. That's where I'm at. If you want an idea where I'm at, check out the trailer video on my channel. I got a nice drone shot of it. If you want to see exactly where I am in the world, go to Google Earth and put in Elm Tree Island, Hammond, New York. You'll know exactly where I shouldn't really say that, right? You could probably find me and kill me. But I'm willing to take the chance that you're not a serial killer and you're not coming after me. By the way, I'm armed here on the island. Do not attack. You'd have a hard time getting here, believe me. All right, everybody. Thank you for checking in. As always, you're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel. The Island Life is the place to be. All right, I'll see you in the next video. I'm glad you checked in. You're awesome.